Whenever the global economy catches a cold, Washington usually writes the same prescription. Print more money. But during the worst financial crashes in modern history, first in 2008 and again during the 2020 pandemic, the government didn't actually manage their own multi-billion-dollar bailouts. Instead, they handed the keys of the economy to a private, tight-lipped Wall Street firm that most everyday people have never even heard of: BlackRock. Led by billionaire Larry Fink, this single company became the invisible architect of the modern financial system. To understand their power, you have to look at the math. BlackRock directly manages over $9 trillion in assets. To put that in perspective, that is more money than the world's top 300 pension funds combined. If you take BlackRock and its two closest competitors, Vanguard and State Street, they collectively oversee capital equivalent to nearly 70% of the entire US GDP. From Apple and Microsoft to major banks like Chase, they are almost always the dominant shareholder. But BlackRock isn't just massive, it's smart. Their true competitive edge is a highly secretive supercomputer network called Aladdin. This platform monitors millions of trades around the clock, conducting deep risk analysis for central banks, sovereign wealth funds, and massive institutions globally. Through Aladdin, BlackRock effectively keeps tabs on an estimated 10% of all the stocks and bonds on Earth, making it the definitive central nervous system of global finance. What drives a man to build an empire this monolithic? For Larry Fink, it started with the ultimate humiliation. Back in the 1980s, Fink was a rising star on Wall Street, famous for helping invent mortgage-backed securities. But a catastrophic miscalculation on his desk led to a sudden $100 million loss for his firm. Overnight, he went from a financial prodigy to a toxic outcast. He was forced out of his job, his reputation completely ruined. That failure became his obsession. Fink vowed never to make a trade without perfectly calculating the risk again. He co-founded what eventually became BlackRock, channeling that trauma into ruthless, unprecedented growth. Decades later, the very financial tools he helped pioneer triggered the 2008 collapse, and the government hired him to clean up the mess. Today, BlackRock has evolved again, heavily influencing modern corporate culture by pushing companies towards strict sustainability and ESG metrics to qualify for their trillions. Larry Fink may claim he doesn't see himself as a powerful man, but from the shadows, he built an empire that practically owns the very world you and me live in right now.